Welcome to ineducation's Future Week presentation. My name is DeAndre, and with me is my wife Sona, who will be discussing the future of education. The purpose of this presentation is to, one, take a glimpse into how education and schooling might look like in 2050, and maybe even sooner. Two, highlight some opinions from a few leading education experts, entrepreneurs, and CEOs throughout our nation. And three, we want to share with you how ineducation is on track with these educational trends.
Well, let's get started with our first slide here. Did you know that in 2050, there may be a widely spread homeschooling approach? Well, according to Alison Bruning, who is a principal at Academic Warriors, the future of education is leading away from a systematic classroom approach to a more personalized approach commonly found in homeschooling. To reflect on approach that ineducation is taking, about 10% of students participating in one or more of ineducation programs are homeschooled. Over time, this number has increased, and we expect to serve more homeschool students in the future.
Another trend, there may be more of a personalized learning focus, if not entirely. Richard Wells, he's the founder of EDU Wells, said, "My school has allocated 4 hours a week to following your passions, and another 4 hours a week to reflection and peer review of current authentic learning." Well, as a part of ineducation's curriculum, for any of our programs, we use research-based methods to address self-discovery, which helps with personalized learning.
Chances are, in 2050, there will be more e-learning platforms available to students, parents, and teachers across the globe. According to Tom Dolphy, head of marketing at Pathfinder, the digital revolution we have witnessed in most sectors hasn't been fully embraced in education yet, but it inevitably will. The tools and technologies available today will empower education, allowing for on-demand learning. ineducation takes advantage of many e-learning platforms like Google, Microsoft, Adobe, and Nonprofit Ready, just to name a few.
We may see significantly less or maybe no physical campus by 2050. Whoa. According to Peter Arvo, he's the CEO and co-founder of Prezi, the remote classroom will continue to dominate and grow in popularity due to the accessibility, cost-effectiveness, and convenience of virtual learning tools and platforms, making engagement, interactivity, and collaboration a major focus for educators going forward. In the remote classroom, students and educators have the opportunity to create a dynamic visual learning environment that isn't restricted by space or even time. Well, currently ineducation's programming is almost entirely virtual. When opportunities present themselves and we are invited to a school or a physical classroom, we will be there for you.
You may see an increase in a project-based learning and a rise of EdTech in the classroom. According to Mo Abbas, founder and CEO of Gen M, students are recognizing that the workforce places a greater value on experience rather than education. These two factors will drive education to be more experience-based, allowing students to learn by doing and then demonstrate their skill set in a way that is backed by real-world results. ineducation in 2005 started with a career technical education, which focused on learning a profession and actually doing a project in their community. Well, it seems like we were ahead of time on this one.
The teachers may be seen in a role of a guide rather than traditional teaching or a traditional teacher as we know it today. According to Dr. Jim Frankel, he's the director of Miss Music First, the future of education is highly individualized learning. Teachers will become more like learning coaches than their current roles. Classroom interactions in the future will be purely project-based, focused on problem solving. ineducation is happy to share supplemental resources and tools that benefit teachers and their students.
And the last one is the social emotional learning, which we know of many schools embracing even today. According to the article posted on Nerdymate, to thrive in the workplace of the future, skills such as creativity, collaboration, communication, and problem solving will become must-have competencies for future specialists, as the market will see a huge increase in jobs requiring a mentioned set of skills. Well, let me just say we start each activity or workshop with some kind of positive thought, so we should be on the right track here. And this is one point that was not mentioned in the article that we are discussing today, but it's notable. Things are getting global, including education. And I would like to use one final quote from Amir Nathu, co-founder and CEO of OutSchool, who said, "The future of education is informal and diverse. Informal and diverse learning is increasingly important in a globalized economy where people must cultivate differentiated skills to be successful."
In conclusion, we really do not have to sit back and wait until 2050 to take advantage of some of those trends. We can apply most of them today. Each generation needs to be aware, proactive, and willing to embrace these changes. Kids are our future, and they in turn will raise another generation. Education is the foundation of a generation's ability to survive and thrive in the future. Each generation faces new challenges, and our education system must continually engage, motivate, and stimulate our students in being properly prepared to meet those challenges. The next generation of aspiring leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs will be leading a far more complicated, diverse people who are well informed yet unprepared. It's imperative to influence and shape new generations for a better future. If education is leading in this direction, can you imagine where the workforce is heading?